got one terrific match on our hands. And make no mistake, if this player gets going, Judd knows how good he is. He practices with him. I think he's got the gap. He was close to knocking this one. I thought he'd potted this. But he's got to play this with plenty of power to get away from that pocket.
One.
Yeah, a wee bit unlucky. I don't think he's got a good angle on the yellow to take it and get onto that red to the left of the bunch. Might be able to. Could possibly run through and leave it half chance into the left corner pocket. No, he's just rolling up behind, but
Liang Wimble, 1.
He's cut off the escape route, the right side of the table. Well, maybe he hasn't. He's going to play lots of side. And he's pushed one out, so he might be able to take this on with the rest. Little things happening here, Willie, isn't there? Like that red wobbling in the jaws, leaving the gap, and then just flicking the red. So things are just turning around slightly.
Yeah, the tide's turning without a question.
One. Six. Seven. Liang Wimble, 7.
He's done it again. He's took his eye off the pot. He did that, Mr. Sitter of a red in the previous frame.
One.
I think the players are just pausing. There's something a bit special, I think, on one of the other tables. They're just stopping play for the time being. That's the other table, and there's a possible maximum break on here. He potted an unbelievable red with this high player. Well, wouldn't this be something special? Pink's off its spot. Everyone willing this talented Thai player to pot the last 3 colours here.
And I think, Dennis, it's over £40,000 should he get a 147. So he's 3 balls away from a very nice Christmas present.
Oh, he's played it beautifully.
Some last round he took there.
Well, everybody's enjoying it. Just look at the crowd in the background. Oh, it's quite a stretch, this. Got the extension on the cue. Oh, he doesn't want to be slipping now. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, no! £40,000. Missed the black off the spot. Can you believe it? Meanwhile, £40,000. That is a lot
6.
of bat. We go to Thailand.
You can almost buy a new house for 40,000 over there.
Well,
Goodness
I
me.
mean, that was amazing. He needed to steady himself, and
I'm sure he's made plenty in practice, but he won't get a better chance in a tournament than that.
7. $12.
Oh dear, that was a bit of excitement, wasn't it, everybody? But back to the Judd Trump game. He's 12 points and left a little bit of a distance between cue ball and object ball. And that's more like the Judd Trump we've known in the first part of this match. Like to
13.
just drift by the yellow, so he's got the black, and you know what Judd's going to do here. He won't play for a loose one this time. He'll go straight into them. Maybe if the 2 reds both pot, he's just coming round now to have a little look. If 2 reds pot in the right-hand corner, he might play for the 2 reds. We'll know after this shot whether the 2 reds are available. And they are.
$20.
One of our colleagues missed the final black, didn't he, Dennis?
I was just going to say the same thing. Ken Doherty many years ago in the Masters, and that was for a £70,000 sports car, and he missed the black off the spot.
And they say that pressure doesn't come in sport. There's 2 occasions we witnessed Doherty in the Masters and Tepchai
Thanks.
in the UK Championship.
Thanks. 21.
Well, that's slightly gone astray.
28. Jut trump 28.
Well, that's very careless. That was a straightforward safety shot. There was no pressure on the safety shot. Just hit it too thin. There's no way in the world he'd have kissed the second red if he catches it slightly thicker. Oh, can you believe it? Judd's doing his best to let Liang back in the match.
He just overcut that. You wouldn't think you could hit it too thin. I mean, a little bit more pace, it would still have dropped in. So the tide is turning slightly in this match. Oh, needs to slip past the red.
1.
And it has. This is not a bad chance. 3 nice, easy reds, and then 4 that are tied up. Well, that's a terrible positional shot that Liang has played there. He's at least
8.
12 inches short of where he wanted the cue ball.
Good recovery with the
9.
pot, that is, but as you can see with the cue ball, just got exactly where he didn't want it to be. Okay, if he pots the black, he'll be on a red in the middle at least. But this black is a bit tricky.
Thank you.
A little bit of pressure on this one.
16.
Just looking at the angle he has on the left of the 3 reds. The white will be heading up towards the blue and green, but it doesn't matter where the white finishes. You'd think it'd be on a colour. It's all about the pot. It looks as if he's trying to stun it in, which makes the pot slightly more difficult. Is he taking it up into the corner?
Liang Wenbo 16.
Felt he could play it up into the corner with a element of safety in mind. So he didn't risk the middle pocket.
That could be a telling safety shot. Good pace. Certainly no easy way back into balk here. I don't know whether he's going to be tempted with the long one. The only one he could leave is the one he's going for if he plays the one down the cushion. Sean Murphy potted a ball similar to this in the last frame, I think it was this afternoon. It's a frame win if it goes in, but it could be a frame loser if it doesn't. Can't really see a way you can just leave the white at this end of the table because the double kiss might be on. So you might as well have a go at this. Absolutely wonderful.
1.
Deserves to win the frame.
With the white near the cushion, to roll this red in was superb. It really was. And look what he's done with the black. Now he's lost his
Trump
focus
won.
again. As I say, he did it in his previous match. He hadn't done it up to the mid-session interval, and then after that unbelievable pot on the red, he's missed the black off the spot. Worrying signs for Judd Trump and his supporters, it has to be said.
One.
He's got a bit too much action on that one. He's having to take the blue up into the corner now. But if he goes on to take this frame, we will have a match on our hands. Not sure if he can reach this quite
6.
comfortably. Might have to stretch. Now he needs the rest again, so he didn't quite get the white back as far as he wanted there. It's a stretch for the one next to the pink also. He put everything into that pot on the blue with the rest. He forgot to just bring the white back a little bit further. So this is the second pot he's had to take with the rest.
Thank you.
Safely in, and I think the red next to the pink, well, we know it's possible
7.
into the right corner. It might be also available to the left middle pocket. Maybe not, but there's no problem with these two reds here.
14. 15.
And much better to play for the blue off this red if he's going to leave himself on the red next to the pink. Because if he gets straight on the blue, he's got very little
22.
to do, and being a left-hander, it's the right side of the table for him. Just checking to see if it would go in the middle pocket. That would be easier, but I think it's a bit tight for that. But if he got straight on the blue, you'd just have to leave the white near enough where the blue is to leave that red next to the pink. And that's what he's done. And that was a
23.
good choice of shot there. Much easier to get on this red from the blue than from the black. So the red, a
28.
high valued colour, and all of a sudden Liang will just be one frame behind.
Okay. 29.
Once again, didn't get the intended screw, so not as easy a pot as it should have been.
Blue.
But that's all he needed. And this match has turned completely
34.
around now. Judd just has lost his way a little, played a few careless shots. He's got a little bit to think about now.
$36. $39. $43. $48.
A little exhibition shot from
54.
Liang. He watches his good friend Judd and do this on numerous occasions. He's enjoying himself now. So all of a sudden, this
54.
match has turned right around, and Liang Wenbo is now just 1 frame behind. It's 4-3 to Judd Trump. Game on, Willie. I thought we were going to have a nice early night. Judd was going along, making no mistakes whatsoever before the mid-session interval. Took a careless red into the middle pocket that gave Liang his first frame. And since that, he started missing a few, and I'm sure it's concentration.
I mean, the thing is, when he potted the long potter in the beginning part of, well, the latter part of that frame, and I said if he goes for this and gets it, I mean, he deserves what he gets, and that will be a frame winner. I mean, how can you pot one like this and then carelessly, we'll see this red here, that deserves to win any frame in any tournament, absolutely perfect, perhaps a little lower on the black, but this is unmissable, the black. Doesn't have to do anything to the cue ball, just stun it in. Now, whether I think there was a bit of deceleration here, Dennis, wasn't there? He didn't get through it, didn't get any bite. Look where the white finishes when he plays it. That told me he's just decelerated a little bit, because all of a sudden, the white's nowhere near where he played. He's not played a kiss that red because he's on nothing.
Yeah, he wasn't intending to play that cannon, but anyway, he's got to quickly forget about that and
Frame 8.
regroup, as we say.
Liang Wenbo to go.
Liang Wenbo breaking off in frame 8, and if he wins this frame, I think there's a new favourite in the match, because Judd has just lost his way completely.
See, and he's not getting away with it now. He's missed the red, played it as a shot to nothing, but the red he missed has come back up over the middle pocket. It's amazing what's been happening. I mean, they're not easy, don't get me wrong, but it finished up over the middle pocket. This is the first major event they've played each other in. They've played each other 3 times. Liang had 2 wins to Judd's 1, but they were way back in 2007 qualifying group in the Grand Prix. Liang won 4-3. In 2010, but that was an EPTC 2 event. It's easy for me to say that. And Judd's win was 4-1 in the European Tour event.
6.
So this is the first big one they've played each other in. And it's going to be close by the looks of things.
7. 14.
If the one at the back of the bunch goes, that's better because he'll nudge a couple more reds. Needs to pull up,
15.
but it seemed to fly off that side cushion. Although I think he caught the reds a little thinner than he thought he was going to do. Got to be careful you don't push this, and he's up the cue, up in the air so that he doesn't push it. Will it reach? Just about. I don't think he's on a red.
$22.
Yeah, he got the tip of the cue out of the way so that he didn't push that.
Liang Wenbo, 22.
Just coming up to, or just passing the 2-hour mark now, and we're almost at 7.5 frames. It's been good stuff.
Liang just tucking his shirt in. In fact, the referee, Jan Verhaas, must be some new rule now. If the shirt tail's hanging out, they've got to tuck it in.
Just looks scruffy, to be fair, if his shirt's out, so I definitely agree with that. And for an aggressive safety shot here, he's got Judd missing at the moment, so open a few balls, get a good white, put him under pressure with his safety shot, but don't leave a straight one. Now then, well, this will be a big test for Judd now. Normally he would pot these kind of 7, 8 out of 10, but he's got to dig down on this.
It's almost dead straight. He's trying to force an angle here. No. Well, he's pushed the black safe into the bunch, but he's certainly gone off the boil.
Well, we were directly behind that shot, Dan. Why did he think he could run round 2 cushions with it? It was all absolutely dead straight. He's trying to pinch the pocket there at distance. Very hard to do.
1. Okay. 7. Eight.
Well, he was looking for a good angle on the blue to then cannon into the pink and reds, and he probably could have brought the pink and black into play. But he's got a slight angle, so can get towards the reds. Let's see if he can get on the blue better this time. And then that cannon will be on.
13.
And he's already 35 in front, so in a couple of shots' time, he could put himself in a very strong position and have every chance of leveling at 4-all. That's okay, even
14.
if he doesn't get the correct side of the blue. Oh, I said it's okay, but the red's gone past the middle pocket. But even if he's straight, he can screw back and leave the one to the right of the pink and reds. Not quite in a position where he could, or you would say he could clinch the frame.
19.
Yes, he's just one good positional shot from guaranteeing one in this frame, and that is just getting top side of the blue and playing into the pink that Dennis talked about a few times, because at the minute just playing reds and blues, he's going to need another 4 of them. If he could go into the pink at some stage, the big colours will be available, and this is a perfect angle this time.
20.
Well, he's coming around to look at the loose red, but honestly, if he doesn't play into the pink here, I'll be amazed.
Might be able to do it off blues, you know. Well, he's 42 in front. You would think he would go into them, but let's see. Well, that's a poor shot. That was neither one thing nor the other.
Yep.
That doesn't
25.
seem to me he plays all these top players all the time and apparently practices with the Judd. Surely he's got to know what's the right shot and the wrong shot.
I think he played for the single red. He probably worked out that he might be able to clear the path, and if he kept potting reds and blues, he could score enough to win the frame. But he hasn't scored enough to win the frame.
25.
It's a long way short just yet. What happened with that shot? I think Judd was trying to send the red into the pink and reds and black and open them up, and he hit the cushion first. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, he did play cushion first because he was hampered slightly, but anyway, strange little shot.
One.
Growing in confidence, Liang, that's for sure. Just nah. Is he on a red? I'm not sure. I think he might have stunned it too much. Has he covered the one he played to get on?
6.
That's quite tight. You'd have to play that beside if he was going to pot it, so just a safety shot.